RimWorld, that one game that allows you to live out your sickest capitalist fantasies, such as kidnapping teenage girls, imprison them on an island, and force them to satisfy the most perverted desires of the upper classes.
Yeah, you got a friend in me.
So I was thinking, what if communism? That's right, we shall not harvest organs for profits. Instead, we shall imprison people for wrong speak, destroy the evil capitalist pig dogs, eliminate all enemies of the state, experience mass starvation through gross negligence, and achieve ultimate equality, where the unbiased system gets to decide who gets kidney privileges. To that end, I've used my professional necromantic powers to enslave the souls of the greatest communist leaders, Stalin, Mao Zedong, and Pol Pot. A quick disclaimer, do not attempt to enslave souls unless you have a high school degree like I do. Trust me guys, it can go terribly wrong. But the real question is, can we establish world communism on the rim? Or will we fail, thus achieving peak communism? Let's find out. Now we are doing this with Randy on Losing is Fun. And there you go, our comrades have successfully crashed. Good job comrades, I'm proud of you. We also brought with us our trusty pet pig, Capitalist, who will definitely come in clutch if we follow traditional communist agriculture policies. And of course our trusty good boy, Pig Dog, who's a girl. Now we definitely have to settle our base near that beautiful river. But first things first, we have to set a proper schedule. You can't just do whatever you want. You have mandatory work hours and mandatory recreation hours. Is this communism or what? And look at them go. Now that's what I'm talking about. Remember guys, capitalism is much like Spider-Man. It pretends to be the hero, but in reality, he's just hiding behind a corner, waiting for the opportune moment to kick you in the face. God, I hate that guy. Say no to capitalism. You just don't need it. What you truly need is a good game of horseshoe with your comrades after a day of hard work. What a Dickens? Comrade Stalin, what are you doing? Wait, he's going for a swim. Now it's probably a good time to mention, I haven't played this game in a while. I had to download like 2 DLCs, so I'm certain there's new and exciting things waiting for me. But that doesn't mean I have no idea what I'm doing. I have the basic principles of socialism, and realistically, that's all you need to succeed. Those are the basic principles of space communism. I kinda forgot to show them. And just look at that wonderful layout delivered to us by the invisible hand of the system. And of course I made sure that we have a hot spring at the center of the base. Since they go for a swim now, I figured we can have a proper hot spring episode with all the comrades. And of course if we imprison some enemies of the state, we can waterboard them like Spider-Man. God, I hate that guy. I can waterboard him all day. But first we have to plant some rice. I kinda forgot about it. Remember guys, it is normal for the system to forget minor things like food security. And after a hard day at work, look at Comrade Paul relaxing socially whilst everyone is sleeping. Classic Comrade Paul. Rivers overflowing due to the rainfall. Okay, this is just Western propaganda. Rivers in RimWorld don't overflow. Everyone knows that. I'm simply going to ignore it. Besides, our base is almost finished and soon we're going to move in. Capitalist pig dogs. Oh no, we're not ready to eliminate them just yet. Remember guys, capitalism is much like Spider-Man, crippled in a wheelchair, and we just have to keep hitting it until we finish the job. I guess in the meantime we have to play along. Hello fellow capitalist pig dogs, we shall buy some of your pemmican and beer so we can forget our student loans. Ha ha. Whew. That was a close one. I'm certain they don't suspect a thing. Alright, and it's time for us to move our beds. And in between our bedrooms, we shall have a wonderful rec room and a nice hot spring. What more could you want? Food security? Freedom of speech? Human rights? That's just stupid. Hey, wait a minute. The river is flooding our rice. Crap, who could have seen that coming? It's fine, we have plenty of rice left. I'm sure of it. Our first raid? Oh no, our defenses aren't ready yet. Alright, now I know some of you are about to judge these raiders based off the way they look. Personally, I believe it's not okay to judge individuals based on their appearance. For you see, these raiders are much like a burglar in the night. Oppressed by the evil capitalists, they are left with no choice than, oh my god, our Spider-Man this whole time. Open fire, open fire. Stinking capitalist pig dogs! How dare you resist? Crap! Comrade Poe is down! He got shot in the left foot, left tibia, left leg, left kidney, left shoulder, god damn it! Now it's probably a good time to mention, Comrade Poe is a lefty. One of them is down! Alright, it's time to finish the job. Comrade Mao is going to save Comrade Poe, whilst Comrade Stalin delivers the people's judgment. That's right, Mike Mudget, also known as anarchist. The People's Court finds your actions deplorable and deeply anti-Soviet. Therefore, you're declared an enemy of the state and sentenced to be shot. But first we shall strip you naked, because we shall never allow you to leave this mortal coil with some dignity. Good job, Comrade Stalin. Now we just have to patch Comrade Poe. And Stalin believes we should give our faction a name. We are definitely the USSR, and our settlement is most certainly Stalingrad. We have a big river and everything. And I believe it's time for us to start assigning proper roles. Comrade Stalin shall be declared chairman and leader of the faction. Comrade Mao will be political commissar and serve as a moral guide. And of course, Comrade Poe shall be declared prime minister. You know, the comic relief character. Classic Comrade Poe. Now of course this gives us plenty of superpowers, such as preaching health. That's right, comrade. Gunshot wounds aren't real. They're merely Western propaganda. God, I love communist healthcare. As for our capitalist pig dogs, they managed to win prime real estate in a shallow grave behind our base. Remember guys, if anyone finds them, we deny any wrongdoing. Okay, but the river destroyed all of our rice when I wasn't looking. Classic communist agriculture. Anyway, I demand growth, which means we have to perform international propaganda. And if we do a good job at it, we can get another colonist. That's right, come to Stalingrad and live out your wildest fantasies. Remember, capitalism is much like Spider-Man. He might drive a cool car, but he is merely looking for a proper vantage point to open fire on the local musicians. God, I hate that guy. Reject capitalism and join us in Stalingrad. And we were successful, fuck yeah. Hubert, a child of 3. Oh come on, Randy. I'm not recreating Epstein's Island in this playthrough. I mean, I'm going to accept it. Everyone, the newest member of our society. An orphan child, victim to the evil doings of Spider-Man. As you all know, he's like capitalism, constantly beating women until they can barely stand and then throws them out of balconies to satisfy his perversions without even thinking of the devastation his actions create, the same way as capitalism does. God, I hate that guy. What a piece of shit. It's okay, Hubert, you have a future with us. First, we have to assign a proper labor schedule. Remember guys, those who do not work do not deserve to eat. This doesn't mean that those who work will eat. Don't put words in my mouth. A quest for a grav engine. We definitely need some more research if we are to make a functioning spaceship, but USS Proletariat is definitely on the agenda. Man, what a poor rice harvest. Someone definitely needs to be shot for this. Anyway, we shall focus on potatoes instead. Also, I just noticed Hubert is of a different phenotype. I mean, he's blue. I should have known there was something wrong with him, but I didn't want to assume based off his skin color. He's basically predisposed to be a bad miner and a bad farmer, but in exchange, he's very attractive and has a high libido. Something tells me this kid escaped from some bad space island. And look at Comrade Stalin, relaxing in the mighty Space Volga River. What a time to be alive. Oh yeah, research, I forgot the research. Remember guys, without electricity, we're practically living in a wooden shack in the middle of the woods, with 3 adult men and 1 attractive 3-year-old child. Alright, we're going to research watermill generators. By subjugating the mighty river, we shall achieve ultimate communism. Also, we're low on food. Classic communism. Can you guys hurry up with the potatoes? I don't wanna eat capitalist just yet. Ah man, a Black Panther is hunting monkeys next to my potato fields. Wait a minute, this monkey belongs to the state. Open fire, open fire. Oh no, it's getting aggressive. Whew. Thank God, I can now deny that I was about to use a child as meat shield. That would have been a propaganda disaster. But now we can proudly say, we are the top predator. Jeffrey Epstein got nothing on us. Here, let me demonstrate by adding 4 more work hours to Hubert. Come on boy, put your back into it. Drag all the resources from this river. That's right, with this childlike joy modifier and the inherent genetic happiness, we can exploit little Hubert to the max maximum benefit of the state. Now put your back into it. Hey, look at Comrade Poe enjoying a dip in the hot springs. Now that's what I'm talking about. Although looking at it, we might need some more light. A major risk. Oh, come on, Hubert. The river is only waist deep. Nothing a 3-year-old child can't handle. Also, you have 4 more hours of work. Quit acting like an old person and get to it. Kids these days, they always complain about not sleeping enough. Well, I call that lazy. Get up, Hubert. Those raw materials won't hold themselves. Don't worry, guys. I have tried and true methods to transform any child into a proper communist. Also, I'm hungry for some pork. Don't worry, capitalist. It's not gonna be you. It's time to go hunting. Honestly, guys, there's nothing quite like lighting up the forest and blasting at all of nature's beautiful creatures with your standard issued Makarov. Remember, guys, if you don't subjugate nature with your gun, you're performing ecology the wrong way. Hey, wait a minute, is that a panda? That's a thing now? Comrades, quickly, I wanna eat a panda. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Alright guys, let's make one thing clear. You absolutely want a Stalin cooked panda meal. I'm sure of it. Sleeping sickness. Oh no, Comrade Poe is sick. Now that's not a deadly disease, which means we don't have to worry about it, but it will make him slower. Wait a minute, Herbert also claims to have contracted sleeping disease. That's called laziness, boy. Now get back to work. That boar is not gonna drag himself out of the river. Kids these days, you just can't make them work. It's terrible. And just look at Comrade now, enjoying a dip in the hot spring. It would have been perfect if Hubert has cleaned the place. Come on, boy. Stop being so useless. Wait a minute, Hubert has become completely untethered from reality, ranting about impossible subjects due to his poor mood. Ah, the first steps of becoming a communist. It's beautiful. And the river has subsided. Wow, moving rivers. That's pretty cool. Alright, and it's time for us to subjugate the river. Hopefully the watermill generators won't get swept away in the next flood. Honestly, I don't know how it works exactly, but I would never admit to it. And here comes the greatest moment of our time. Electricity! Finally, every important room gets to be lit. And we also have an electric stove, which means we can finally do some mass-scale cooking. Next, we shall research fishing, because it's new, exciting, and we have a massive river. It would be in poor taste if we are potato farmers all the way. In the meantime, we shall do some hunting with the comrades. That's right, it's time for us to aim our highly effective Makarovs. Wait a minute, it got angry. It's fine, we can take it down. Oh no, the second one also got angry. Run, comrades, run! We're going to hide inside and wait for it to bleed out. Wait, they're breaking through the door. That's fine, we can hide deeper into the base. They broke the door! Run, comrades! Crap! Oh no, the last event in Herbert's life, the rhinos scratched Herbert in the neck, leaving a horrific wound. Missing a neck caused Herbert to perish. What a terrible way to describe it. But hopefully they won't be able to break through all of the doors. Oh, they got bored. Well, that was lucky. Not for Hubert, but one of them passed out. Alright, comrades, form up and do something Spider-Man could never achieve. Kill the rhino. Alright, we managed to achieve victory with an acceptable rate of casualties. Classic communism. And of course, we shall transform this murderous beast into lunch. Now we just have to take care of little Hubert. Stalin has broken down and is wandering in sadness. Relatable. But now we have to organize a heroic funeral for brave Comrade Hubert. Comrades, today we honor a true hero of socialist labor. At 3 years old, he entered the war to fight for a land fit for heroes. Regardless of the task, whether it's dragging steel out of the river or dragging boar out of the river, he always said something like, that boy just loved that river because he loved laboring for socialism. I heard him cry as he fell to his knees with a missing neck and a bloody rhino ramming at the door. What a way to go. Comrades, it is up to us to continue Comrade Hubert's labor. But today, we lay you to rest. Amen. I mean, communism. Yeah. The funeral was lackluster, the speech was long-winded, and failed to resolve any emotions. Oh, come on. Anyway, the labor continues. We should probably make a freezer before the potato harvest. I would hate for us to starve and be forced to hunt rhinos again. A crash pot, and it contains Axpok Pakang, also known as Hitler's executioner. Now don't get me wrong, he can definitely be brainwashed and replace Hubert as a cleaning holler. Unfortunately, he is genetically addicted to drugs, which means we're going to imprison him, strip him naked, and execute him for his crimes against the state. That's right, X-Pac. The court finds your— oh Jesus Christ, he just killed him. There was no gunshots or anything. Now I'm gonna be honest, delivering instant death is cool and all, but it's deeply unsatisfying. I mean, you get to kill him once, you know what I mean? Crap! Comrade Poe is bedridden because his sickness has progressed. I guess I can't ignore it now. But what bad timing, the potatoes are almost ready. And look at Comrade Stalin going for a dip in the hot springs. If only Hubert was here to clean the pathway, it would have been perfect. And finally we can tell Comrade Poe that sleeping sickness is merely Western propaganda. Ignore it. Classic communist healthcare. Another raid, stinging capitalist pig dogs, and they are led by Denis Richtarsky. Remember guys, never give your enemies names. It will only make it harder to execute them later. We shall use the mighty river to our defensive advantage. Is this Stalingrad or what? One of them is down, and Plug has a shotgun, which means we have the range advantage, and we're taking cover behind the fence. They can't possibly win. And Denis decided to flee. Alright comrades, you can go back to work, whilst Comrade Stalin hunts Denis down. We shall also arm Stalin with a shotgun. Remember comrades, if you're committing war crimes, might as well make them fun. And look at Denis with two shot legs. You can't escape, Denis! The revolution is here for you! Good shot, comrade. Now arrest him for a public execution. Classic Comrade Stalin. Obviously we have to strip him first and have Comrade Mao execute him in the living room. Denis Richtarsky, you are declared an enemy of the state and sentenced to be shot. The public execution was satisfying. See that guys? Instant death is overrated. Now we have to bury the capitalist pig dogs. We have a quest. We have to send one of our colonists to work for 8 days, and in exchange we can get Oma. This does sound like a woman's name, and I'm gonna be honest, the living room definitely needs some cleaning. I accept. Of course, Comrade Poe has an extremely infectious disease, which means we have to send him. Hopefully, he gets to infect all the evil capitalist pig dogs and come back healthy. And here comes Uma. Unfortunately, she's 50 years old and incapable of dumb labor, but she can help with the potatoes, and we can shove her up in the mines. We also need to brainwash her as well, but that shouldn't be very difficult. Our comrades can be very persuasive, and we also have a shotgun. Everyone knows women love shotguns. Trust me guys, I'm really good with the women. Welcome to the colony, Uma. This is your schedule, and you're gonna be sleeping in Comrade Poe's room for now. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Uma has started an insulting spree. That's alright guys, don't panic, for you see, I'm very good with the women. Remember, if a girl comes up to you and says something like,
There is something I have to be honest about, but you gotta promise me that you're not gonna get angry. I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. You have to promise you're not gonna get angry and that you're gonna forgive me, since it's like the only time.
This was actually very easy guys. Arrest her immediately and subject her to end the stream of brainwashing. Otherwise, she shall spread ruthless Western propaganda, collapsing our entire society, and she'll do all of this without even knowing it. Women! Am I right guys? And just look at that plentiful potato harvest. Who said communism doesn't produce enough food? And we have a quest to shoot 4 monkeys, and we can get some plasteel. That could prove useful. I'll take it. We also have to expand the freezer. The room is simply too small. I mean, it can fit a small child or something, but it's definitely not enough for all the taters which communism has produced. Classic communism. It's classic communism. Promise. And here come the monkeys, and here the monkeys go. And here comes our reward, 27 plasteel. It's exactly what the hot spring needed. Microplastics, my favorite. And Comrade Mao is ready to use his superpower of conversion. Remember Uma, human rights aren't real, they're merely Western propaganda. Now realistically, if we fail to convert her with words, we can always use the shotgun. Girls love shotguns, promise. Oh no, capitalist has the plague, and he also has the flu. Well, I have no idea how to fix that, so I'm simply going to put him out of his misery. It's alright, Comrade Capitalist, you shall be very delicious, and we're definitely not gonna get sick after eating your plague-filled meat. Probably. Comrade Mao has malaria. Crap! This means we have only one colonist left to do all the work. Stalin has food poisoning. God damn it. Now of all time. Things can't possibly get any worse. A raid, stinking capitalist pig dogs, and it seems to be two impets, which have the special ability to spit fire. I somewhat regret the choice of living in a wooden shack. But that's alright. Comrade Mao can still walk. And, with a little bit of luck, we can convert Uma right now. There you go, she's now a space communist. Which means we can release her immediately, give her a gun and send her to the front lines. Classic communism. Alright, stinking capitalist pig dogs, you're no match for communist recruitment strategies. Well, that was easy. You guys know what they say, never be afraid of the court. There is no crime if you never get caught. Actually, you know what? Redzrot can be very useful as a mobile flamethrower. We should definitely brainwash her and give her a gun. Of course, we shall keep her in the hot springs. Just in case she decides to start spitting fire, we can waterboard her immediately. Just like Spider-Man. God, I hate that guy. He behaves much like prisoners. The second he grabs a gun, he opens fire indiscriminately, without thinking of the consequences. Just like capitalism does. A solar flare. Crap! Our mighty communist stronghold is nothing but a wooden shack with a very flammable person at the center. Classic communist design. Oh no, our flammable prisoner is rebelling. She's a part of some female supremacist hippie cult, and they don't like it when you cut wood. That's not good. Open fire, open fire! Good shot, Uma. You're definitely paying off your debts to society after that one time you started spreading evil Western propaganda. Oh no, Stalin is wandering around in a psychotic state. God, this guy's so relatable. I love him. And just look at Uma, carrying the entire colony on her back. Are we good at brainwashing or what? A quest for another colonist? I'll take it. Paki Tauri, a 43-year-old woman in need of brainwashing. Well, that's our specialty. And here come the evil empire. Stinking imperialist bastards will destroy you. We just have to organize first. They have a charge lance and an assault rifle. And we have two Makarovs and an assault rifle. Standard Soviet tactics. Tell me, we can't possibly lose. There's physically more of us. Yeah, get 'em, comrades. Any day now. They might have the ranged advantage. However, we don't have weaknesses such as morals, intolerance towards casualties, regard for human life. Crap, Uma got shredded, but at least Mao and Tauri are getting along. That's always nice to see. But Uma should definitely leave, or eat a sandwich. One of them is down. Alright, charge, we have to close the distance. He can't possibly aim accurately at this distance with his highly ranged weapon. He also has 6 shooting. Alright, Uma, you should definitely leave or eat your sandwich. Jesus. Comrade Mao leveled up. Fuck yeah! That is the power of communism and accurate shooting. Crap! Comrade Mao got shot. Straight in the torso. This will definitely complement the malaria. Alright, Uma, ignore your injuries and save Comrade Mao. Did we brainwash you or what? We shot him dead. Whew. That was a close one. And we're all patched up, we just have to rest, whilst Comrade Stalin builds a brand new bedroom. Uma is having a tantrum, probably because her legs got shot and she's suffering from a moderate blood loss. Women! Am I right, guys? Comrade Po is back and he's not sick anymore. Good job, comrade. We definitely need an extra pair of hands. What at Dickens? He passed out at the door. Oh yeah, I need a bed. You know, things are finally looking up. A party? Hell yeah. Comrade Po is ready to throw down and meet with the new colonists. Remember guys, if you want to attract the ladies, you always must keep a positive attitude. A medical emergency. Crap, Comrade Mao is dying from malaria. It's fine, Stalin will patch him up as Comrade Po is busy raising up the ladies. For real type shit. Wait, the party was called off. Classic Comrade Po. On the bright side, Mao has developed an immunity, which means he'll survive the malaria. Our new bedrooms are almost ready. And look at Pig Dog, helping in the work. Hubert could have definitely used the help, but we should keep the momentum going by performing international propaganda. Gentlemen, welcome to Stalingrad, the only place on the rim which respects child labor, women, spreading diseases. And even though I ran out of cool Spider-Man clips, I assure you, joining us only requires a simple prostate exam to test your political loyalties. Realistically, a small price to pay for communism. We failed. Oh no, it's probably because we don't have any more Spider-Man clips. God God, I hate that guy, even when he's not here. Another raid, stinking capitalist pig dogs. There's quite a lot of them, but it's nothing we can't handle. Oh no, Comrade Mao doesn't have a gun. Well, go get one, as we keep the suppressive fire. One of them is down. Now Comrade Stalin, get him with a shotgun. Crap, they have a Molotov, and Comrade Stalin is on fire. They're also lobbing grenades at us. That's not good. Maybe we shouldn't have used a wooden shack as defenses. Or perhaps we should spread out, making it harder for grenades to hit us. Nonsense, we need more manpower. Come on Mao, what's the holdup? Oh, we got the knife guy. Nice. Man, what a mess. But we definitely got this. Alright, Comrade Poe, it's time for you to get on the offensive. Right where the grenades were thrown. Classic Comrade Poe. Crap, he's down. Alright, no more Mr. Nice Communism. Everyone, advance! As Comrade Mao covers all of us. Crap! Uma got shot, and they killed her on the spot. Women. Am I right, guys? Anyway, the plan doesn't change. Now get to it! Stalin is down. Okay, fall back, fall back, fall back. Crap, Dauma got shot, and they killed her on the spot. Women. Am I right, guys? Stalin has 7 hours to live, and Poe has 3, and it's all up to Comrade Mao, who's on fire. Crap. Wait, they took Comrade Poe, stinking capitalist big dogs? As if we're gonna let you take one of us, alive. What the dickens? They're just walking away, and they're dragging Comrade Stalin with them. Poe was kidnapped. Oh no, God knows what kind of evil capitalist things will they force him to do on some evil perverted island. For money. At least Stalin is safe. We just have to patch him up, and we can certainly rebuild. Also, the rain will take care of the fire. That's right, guys, we are victorious, with an acceptable rate of casualties. Classic communism. And of course, remember comrade, gunshot wounds are Western propaganda. Ignore them. That always helps. Also, we have to take care of the dead and bury Tauri, as Poe got kidnapped and Uma burned into the flames. Today, we need to send off Tauri. Even though she was one of the capitalists, she rejected their chains and fought for freedom. If only she was alive, she was going to be able to tell us what are these evil bastards doing to Comrade Poe right now. I shudder at the thought that this could have been any one of us. Communism. And there you go, a good send-off, which gives Comrade Mao a mood boost. I mean, we should probably bury her. I assume that was part of the funeral, but apparently not. Capitalist pig dogs, now of all time. Alright, I hope you all know what has to be done. Since we cannot defeat the evil capitalists fairly, we shall defeat them using dirty tactics. That's right, we're going to open up the ancient danger and let the mechs inside finish the job. What the fuck is this? Where are the mechs? Run, comrade, run! Well, don't just stand there, stinking capitalist pig dogs. Help me! Oh crap, more of them are coming out. This is so gross and disgusting. Comrade Mao is down. Come on, Stalin. You have to rescue him from the clutches of these gross, disgusting capitalists. Oh crap, run, Stalin, run! God, I'm so good at giving directions. We have a man in black. Thank God, we're safe. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. We've achieved victory with an acceptable rate of casualties. Classic communism. Mao is stable. Now we have to save Comrade Stalin. Man, this is a close one. That's right, guys. Evil monstrosities, capitalists, pig dogs, all lie dead in our feet, whilst communism prevails. Please ignore the fact that Comrade Poe is most likely prostituted somewhere. That's not relevant. An infection? Crap. We don't have any more medicine. That's not good. Anyway, Comrade Ironhead will definitely finish off the survivors, and of course bury them with the help of Pig Dog. The infection killed him, and just as I was about to get the Luciferium, I'm pretty sure this doesn't help with infection, but I was willing to try. Comrades, today we say goodbye to our dear leader, Comrade Stalin. He did everything he could to achieve socialism. I just wished Comrade Poe was here with us instead of being prostituted on an island. Honestly, he really makes communism look bad. Classic Comrade Poe. Communism. The speech was long-winded. It doesn't matter, because now we have to declare Comrade Mao as chairman and leader of the Communist Party. Congratulations, comrade, you deserve it. With Chairman Mao at the helm, communism is so back. Chairman Mao has a corpse obsession. Oh come on, we were about to loot the ancient danger. Anyway, let's see what we've got. 2 prisoners and a cool rifle. We're so back. It's unreal. Ironhead has a mental breakdown. Oh come on, man. Our prisoners are bleeding out. Alright, we got our shit together, which means we can open the doors and reveal all of the emptiness. I mean, a chain shotgun and 2 prisoners isn't bad. We just have to save them. A rhino has self-tamed. Oh my god, guys. Hubert would have been proud. A pack of man-hunting macaws. Are you kidding me? A couple of birds got nothing on Chairman Mao. Oh crap, they're swarming Ironhead. That's alright, guys. He has a flamethrower on his assault rifle. How you like that? Stinking birds? You are no match for communist, creative, ecological policies. Oh crap, he's down. Stinking birds, you're no match for a chain shotgun. Oh crap, they fly. But that doesn't matter. Everyone knows Chairman Mao does extra damage to birds. It's common knowledge. Anyway, now we have to jump into the fire and rescue Comrade Ironhead. Oh no, we're losing him. Stay with me, comrade. You can do it. Well, at least we don't have to dig. That's convenient. A medical emergency. What just happened? Oh no, he's bleeding out. I forgot the self-tend button, but it's too late now. Alright, now I know what you guys are thinking. If Comrade Mao dies to birds, we've officially failed to establish functioning communism. But realistically, Comrade Po is out there somewhere, shaking the tush to satisfy evil capitalist perversions. But I am certain that he shall manage to stoke enough communist fervor to destroy the evil capitalist pig dogs once and for all, achieving victory with an acceptable rate of casualties. Classic communism. Until next time.